Hey, this is John with FixYourDirtBike.com, and this is how to service the front brake caliper on your 2009 through 2010 Honda CRF450r. The tools you'll need are 12mm socket, 10mm socket, 5mm hex socket, 8mm wrench, a screwdriver, a small pick, non-metallic stiff brush, calipers, and brake cleaner. The parts you'll need are a front caliper rebuild kit, fresh .4 brake fluid, and rubber grease. If you don't have your rebuild kit yet, you can get yours through the link below. This front caliper rebuild should cost around $25 and take around 45 minutes to complete. Brake fluid will damage almost everything, so make sure you have your shop towels handy. Remove the brake pad pin plug, followed by the brake pad pin, and remove the brake pads, but leave the caliper mounted. Pump the brake lever to extend the pistons, using the brake disc as a backstop. If you take your caliper off the fork and pump the pistons out, they may not extend evenly like this one. When the pistons have reached the brake disc, remove the banjo bolt, then remove the caliper. Make sure to wrap the end of your brake line with a paper towel. If your pistons are hard to remove, you can carefully remove them with pliers wrapped in electrical tape. Remove the slide pin boots, bleeder valve, and piston seals. Be very patient when removing the piston seals. Clean every component with brake cleaner and a stiff brush. The components need to be free of brake cleaner residue before assembly. You can wash everything down with brake fluid and a clean towel, or you can rinse and scrub with water. I don't recommend using water unless you have compressed air to completely dry out the caliper body. Check the caliper components for any signs of obvious wear or damage. One of these pistons is pitted, so I'll need to sand that down. Check the slide pins for any rough areas that could bind. If you feel anything, gently sand it with fine grit emery paper until smooth. Measure the inside diameter of the piston bore and the outside diameter of the piston. The piston bore should be no greater than 27.060 millimeters, and the piston should be no less than 26.853 millimeters. If your caliper bore and pistons are out of spec, they need to be replaced. Before assembly, take stock of your new parts. I am installing an all-balls rebuild kit that includes a new set of slide pin boots, bleeder valve cap, piston seals, banjo bolt seal washers, and slide pin. Make sure to match the old parts with the new ones so you don't throw away something you need. Soak your new piston seals in brake fluid for about 15 minutes before install. Give the caliper bore one last wipe just to be safe. Install the piston seals immediately followed by the pistons. Make sure your pistons are aligned as flat as possible, then install them in a twisting motion. Install the slide pin boots. The short boot goes in the bracket and the long boot goes in the body. Install the bleeder valve cover, then the bleeder valve. Grease the slide pin boots with rubber grease, assemble the bracket and body, and give the bracket a few pumps to evacuate any trapped air in the boots. If everything feels smooth, pull the bracket off and install the brake pad retainer, then reassemble the caliper. Mount the caliper and install the banjo bolt with new seal washers. Torque the banjo bolt to 25 foot-pounds, and the mounting bolts to 23 foot-pounds. Make sure to visit FixYourDirtBike.com for the detailed step-by-step walkthrough, and if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments or on our Facebook page. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe.